Hello? Aha! Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Let me just switch myself down a little bit. There we go. Hello, hello. I hope everything is working. Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay. I had to move some stuff around on my desk today, so. I almost opened Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna be playing Stanley Parable today. I have not opened the game before, so it's probably going to blow up my eardrums right now. Oh boy. Allow access, please. Bring my volume over to this side, preferably. Ah! Okay. Options. Video. Maybe that works better? Oh, it's still a little squashed. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm messing with the settings. Okay. Let me just... Does it work? Is it working? It's working. It's working. We don't need that though. And we don't need that. I probably should have set this up earlier. I was busy trying to fix an issue with my microphone. I need a new microphone. That's okay. Before we get started, I do want to point out, Nightbot is here now. Last stream somebody tried to do a bot command, and I didn't know that was a thing you could do for Twitch stream. I didn't know how it worked, so I spent the morning figuring that out, but this should work if he's here. Yeah! Okay. Yeah. So bot commands will work now. For those who are interested in those. And I have a couple of weird ones. Let's see. Hopefully everything will work. Can I get rid of this window, please? Yeah, okay. That should work better. So now it shouldn't explode every time I move the mouse. Audio. Turn it down a little bit. Sound quality high. Closed captioning on, please. Subtitles, yes. Keyboard, mouse. Ducking, using items, taking screenshots. Okay. Okay. Sure, that all works. What was use items? Mouse one, okay. I've never played this game before. I'm excited. I probably should have set this up beforehand, but that's okay. We are playing Stanley Parable today. Yeah, I guess let's start. The end is never the end is loading. Okay. Sure. I'll believe you. Oh. It's taking a while to load. I don't still have my internet browser up, do I? No. Okay. Should be good. I know my internet browser is guilty of throttling.
This is the story
things.
of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Okay.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And
Okay.
Stanley was happy.
Let me know if the volume's too loud or too quiet.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No
Oh.
one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Okay.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I need more mouse sensitivity than that, please. A little bit higher, please. That's a bit better. Okay. Okay, well, I assume this is a tiny office. Kind of shoved into more what looks like a repurposed thingy. Can I just go? Can I sit back down? Can I sit back down? I'm typing on the keyboard. Ah, but it's not doing anything. Oh, I wish I could see.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
I didn't
In here I can be
mean
happy
to do that.
forever. I will
But
be
okay.
happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would
scared.
arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Is it? Oh. Where am I going now? Ah. Huh? Well, that was weird.
All of his co-workers
well.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story. And no matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away.
There's
for such little
achievements?
effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Was it this one? I'm not counting. I'm just gonna click a whole
I have to
bunch.
say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing
No,
true
I'm not gonna-
effort for a
no.
noble cause.
No.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do.
No.
Yes, almost
I'm not gonna.
certainly
I'm not
50
gonna.
clicks.
No. No. That's too many. Oh! Computer. I turned it off. Huh? Okay. Strange. But okay. I hate Mondays. Fuel. Oh, leaf. 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 Hello? Hello? Hello?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. If you say so. Hello? Huh. The same leaf. Okay. Gimme. Let me in. Let me in. Stop having your doors be closed.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
Meeting
there.
room. Floor 4XX. Group Cabal Planning. Meeting schedule. Monday. Weekly targets. Times. Tuesday. Huh. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Rip Franz. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Standardized graphs 40 times wide, not cost efficient. Ongoing, get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on topic of the erased. Employees. 417, 405, 491, 416, 431, and Jim. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Huh? If you say so. Ooh, more whiteboards. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need more/less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Teenagers, size of demographic, space between the teenagers, a lot of percentage. Work harder, hard worker. Throw something in the ideas bin. 10, no more bins, trash cans. 2, renaming of ideas bin. 3, firing of me. 4, meh, ideas bin. What do the people want? Things, happy feelings. Mike James, you are fired. Money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things? Graphs? Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment, stripes, pie, target demographic, teenagers. What is hot? Profits, 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 profits. Line graph. Telephone directory. Can't read that. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Let it ball up inside you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. Throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Anything else? Any more wonderful tips? Number of slides on this slide. Charts, charts and slides, slides. Okay. Reddit which charts on the same slide depict the same information. My brain hurts. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please no more charts, please I'm begging. Stop. Boss Appreciation Minute. On Boss Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your Boss Appreciation Specialist. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee, like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why did we hire you? Oh, I missed it. Okay. Whiteboard. To do. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market paradigm. Monetize free to play. Help, I'm a post-it. Top priority. Quarterly pie charts. I can't read that. Broom closet. Ah! It pushed me. Chris? Are you in here? No, there's no Chris in the broom closet. It's okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's right, I need to go see the boss, I guess. Okay. Is this the boss's office? No. Executive bathroom. Nope. Ah. I love that, like, everything in here is, like, not colorful, but there is color to the place, and the rest of the building is just white, off-white, gray, beige. Like, why? Why must I suffer? Let me in. Hello? Business time. I can't read that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And
Welcome,
so the
welcome.
boss had assigned it an extra
Thank you for the follow, Nimsy.
2845.
Oh.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
That can't actually be it. Was it 2845?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Am I
He
a joke?
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
There's a security camera up there. I don't have a jump button. Hello, briefcase. What do these say? Nothing I can read. Darn. This is a strange, very strange room to have in the boss's office. But okay. Oh, that's ominous. Can I go home? I would like to go back. Oh hey, that's the icon for the game in the middle there. Well, I can't fit in this gap. There doesn't seem to be anything back here. Okay. Ominous elevator it is. Ah, it sparked. I don't like that. I didn't know this was gonna be a horror game. Let's see.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It broke. Well, that's
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
escape. Oh, but that's ominous. Well, I followed the path so far. Might as well. Oh, there's another security camera. Is that just a bunch of numbers? Maybe employee numbers? Recommendations from the Oversight Committee. General questions about bucket filling. Words. Short history of the relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. The Pale Bride. Interviewing and interrogation techniques.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well. Mildly horrifying, but okay. Hate Mondays. Employee observation protocol. Data points. More numbers.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh yeah, I see Stanley's. It's 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I was wrong. 427. Aha, 427. Yeah, that's the closet of a room, all right. This is horrifying. There's another walkway. Oh, well, luckily I can't fall off. Backs. Can't jump.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
My guess is yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, there's a number button. Oh. Is that what the bright white lights are? Numbers? Do they mean something? What happens if I press them? Oh, I found number 1. 1, 2, 3 was over here, I think, right? 3. And 4 is up there. I knew this was like a choice game. I wonder like how drastically different it can get. Here's number 5. Boop. Is there any other numbers? No? Well, it did nothing. Okay. What's in here then? Line controls idle, awaiting inputs.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Asked 431 for a pencil. 431 as per procedure did not respond. Printing e-stats. Okay. Risk of shock. Ah. No more. Did I do good? Did I break it?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it?
Yes. He had won.
Well,
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
can I get a look at the building? If I do?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
It takes control of the
feeling
camera.
of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Achievement unlocked, beat the game. Okay. So I guess you get the good ending by listening to Oh, I'm back here again, huh? Let me turn the volume down just a tiny bit. It's very loud in my headphones. Okay.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Okay. One of the computers in the other rooms had a input thing on it. Boop. Ah, it's off now. Strange. Okay. One of the doors caused a dialogue before, but I don't want to go through that again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. But what if I don't?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge? That sounds cozy. Is there coffee? Oh, I'd like some coffee.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments
Welcome!
here in
Thank
this
you for the
immaculate,
raid!
beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all
Welcome,
in.
welcome! How is the stream? Welcome, thank you for the follow!
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating.
That's good to hear.
That even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Don't sass me, narrator. It's the leaf again. How many leaf paintings do these people have?
At this, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, it didn't read the first one. At this point, oh, it's gone now. Been meaning to drop by during one of your streams. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're here now. That is not accurate. Fortunately, I have to work though, so I will see you later. Have a great stream. Well, thank you for the raid, and I hope work goes well. First door on the left? I don't think so. We're gonna be gremlins, and we're gonna do the wrong choice.
Stanley was so bad
every
at following
time.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Ooh. It's a nice wide open area. Well, I don't have a key card. Wonder if I can find one. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Well, that's concerning.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Are you sure
There's
about that?
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Ah, I'm locked in again. Where are you taking me now, Mr. Narrator? Ah. Oh, that spooked me.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
I didn't think it would
No,
work.
it wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
That's
I
pretty
don't
meta.
understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
Okay.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Yeah,
At
that
this time,
definitely
your
helps.
instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Being told that you're significant.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
It looks like there's a Oh, it's the projector. The projector's up there somewhere. One of the boards from earlier. Okay, well, where are you taking me now, sir? Can I go in here now? No? Oh.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine
Oh, there's a
the main
door
character
open down
dying
there.
senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Okay.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Maybe next time we'll go that way.
It seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Well, there's a truck down there. Can I go through here now? No. Welcoming me with open arms, I see. Do not lie if you are lying right now. Stop. Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Will I, though?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
But what if I don't want to?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oopsie. No.
No! Why did you do that?
Ah!
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm scared. Oh.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that
They're on
my
the
story,
floor.
you've destroyed my work. Why?
I'm
For what?
sorry.
What did you
Danger
get out of that?
everywhere.
What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
Hello. Good evening.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
I'm giving this man a midlife crisis.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
Please don't crash me to desktop. Please don't crash me to desktop. That would be really rude. Hello? Oh, it's worse. It is much worse.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here.
Hello.
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Well, I mean, I
What,
did the
you
good
think that would be
ending
funny?
first.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh.
That's
That story.
mean.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was
I'm
a
doing
whole
good today.
underground facility.
The
You
good
would have
ending, I
destroyed it
believe,
and been victorious.
is
It
the one
would
that I
have
got
been
first,
so
which
perfect.
is
I worked
following
so
everything
hard
that
on
you're
it.
told to
I
do.
tried so hard.
It had a achievement
Behave
that
exactly
said
as Stanley would.
you have beaten the
That means
game.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm directionally challenged.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Ah,
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
it's gonna send me back if I go through here again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Okay. So it's just gonna loot me if I keep being a gremlin. Alright.
That means choosing
Let
responsibly
me in.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the
Let me
task.
in.
Just follow my
Let
lead
me
and you'll
in.
be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Leaf.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. I guess Chris is still in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm not allowed to go down anymore. I want to see if I can bait the doors one of the times. How about here? Can I... That's not right. This is
Stepping
different.
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again
This is
stunned to
different.
discover not an indication of any human life.
Poor
Shocked,
panda
unraveled,
bear.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
The
Until he saw
panda.
the door with a
Why?
voice receiver next to it.
Why would
Surely
you do
behind this
that?
door lay all the answers to his questions.
You can't
and beyond
jump.
all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
Night
Stanley
Shark
had been trained never to speak
115?
up, but now he would draw from within himself the
No,
courage
there's
to
no
face
mic.
the
Okay.
unknown.
I was wondering
Drew
if
a
it
sharp
could listen.
breath and then spoke the code.
Every time I do the daily roulette for main scenario, it's always a 45-minute dungeon. I mean, there's only two, I think. There's only 2 dungeons in main scenario roulette.
Stanley spoke
Which is,
the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver right there on
Castrum,
the wall.
Meridianum, and Praetorium. Praetorium is longer, but it's just cutscenes, so it's easier.
I'm sorry,
Castrum
is there a problem?
is shorter,
You
but
didn't
there's less
mishear me, did you?
cutscenes.
Please speak
Yes,
the
you're in the
code
first
into
one.
the
Yeah,
receiver.
Castrum.
Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I can't. You can't hear my microphone, sir.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
You
I asked
can't-
you
you're
for
not
this
listening
one
to
single
me.
thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
I
Speak.
tried that.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is that Stanley?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Ah!
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
My cat lady looks a bit too biker for dark, I guess. Least intimidating dark.
The story needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist
Okay,
without
so
you.
I got the "you have beaten the game" ending, and then the credits ending back to back.
Whatever you do, I simply need you to take
So
that
clearly,
step
the
forward.
2 extremes are the endings that people expected,
Something? Anything?
or the developers expected people to take.
You never know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay.
The poor narrator.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I wonder how many endings there are to the game.
What you need.
I do. I just made a Discord server today. It took me so long to set up. And it's still not done. Thinking of going black hair or white hair. I often flip-flop between the 2 on my primal character. That, or I just choose some random wild color and then I end up changing it to a neutral one again shortly after. Blonde now? Yeah. Blonde is also a good, like, quote-unquote neutral color. Before you had blue hair? Yeah. Like aqua. I know... Whoopsie, I got stuck.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my
Farted.
senses were turned?
Boop.
He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
So I know this door, if you click on it a whole bunch, he starts talking to you, but I want to save that for last. Because that just seems like it's going to be time to consuming. More than anything. Boop. Ah, boop. Because only one color makes it flat, in your opinion, so I go with highlights? Yeah! Yeah, I usually, if I'm doing black hair, I have like slightly gray highlights. But for white hair, I just kind of choose a color. Okay, so we're here
Stanley
again.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Let's kind of follow the story. Boop.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ah, the broom closet. No Chris.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
That's a suspicious amount of dialogue, but I will believe you. We can try that again later. Let's go
Coming to a
downstairs
staircase,
this time.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. Ooh, that's ominous. Ominous. What's here? Just box? Just box. Fire hose. Car?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
It's
he
looping.
went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply...
I mean, yes, they're repeating.
No,
I already
Stanley said
figured
to
that
himself,
out.
"This
You're
is
not.
all too
You're not
strange. This can't be
smooth.
real." And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream."
He farted again.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Coffee nut.
His co-workers
Okay.
weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to
Is
himself,
it just gonna
"I
loop again?
suppose I'll wake
Oh,
up
now the
soon.
loop is tighter.
Go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this
Oh,
while I'm still lucid."
no. It was just
So
a random.
he imagined
Okay.
himself flying and began to
Ah.
gently float above.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too.
Okay,
appeared.
that
It
actually.
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
That actually made me a
And
little
then perhaps
motion
the
sick.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Only
Did
reason
the
I
voice
do
not
this
see
is
him
because of
float and
the
make the
EXP.
magical stars just a
Same.
moment ago?
That
How
and
else would the
poetics.
voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Every extra boss gives
Fresh
almost
air
100k
blowing
XP.
outside
Yeah.
this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Oopsie.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
And I'm the
my
tank, so I
apartment
just rushed through.
and my wife
Fair enough.
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I don't believe that.
I am okay.
I'm never okay. I am Docky. Okay is not my name. Oh, I don't like that.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be.
It's
Can anyone
turning
hear my
red.
voice?
I don't like that.
And everything went black.
Ah. For some reason, I'm the first to get out of the cutscenes.
This is the
That
start
just means
of a
you
woman
have the
named
fastest
Mariella.
connection to the server.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Ah.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man
that's
made her feel
suspicious.
better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I don't like that. Okay, well. Back here again, huh? Okay.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
I like work. I just hate my boss. Oof. I wonder if the words on the screens mean I'm locked into a special ending right now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we did follow the path until the staircase. We did pure bad, pure good. What if we go the wrong
This
way?
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
And then
Perhaps he wanted to stop
we
by
can
the
jump
employee
off
lounge first,
the
just
lift.
to admire it.
Yeah. Let's jump off the lift.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
Clock.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank
Copy.
goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're gonna jump off the lift. Sorry, sir. Let's go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't want to just walk off willy-nilly.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
I
gotten off on
wanna-
the wrong foot here.
I wanna...
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I
I
wanna-
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I gotta focus.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really?
Yeah!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Danger.
Let me prove
Danger
that I'm on
everywhere.
your side. Give me a chance.
No. 2B1. To B3? Warning, do not stand on this side of the fence. A little late for that, buddy.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Through the red door. No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into
No,
that?
I DC'd. No, I got a message that I
it
wasn't
was all
logged
for
out
nothing,
correctly. Oh
because
no.
this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing
Hello.
so far.
Stanley is giving this man several midlife crises so far.
There
That
we
is
go.
how
The third
Stanley is
option.
going.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
We
Stanley.
did the
Take it for a
all
spin.
correct path, the all wrong path, the kinda correct path, and now we're doing the kinda wrong path. I don't know how many paths there are, and I don't know any better names than that.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha!
5 out of
You
5.
see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know
You're in the queue
game
again?
needed
Good.
a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Ah. Oh. Is this real? Ah. Oh. No, this is just being mean. Third door, please.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
No.
Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I
No.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it
Which
some
run
playtesting.
is this? I don't
You
know.
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
Have you gotten any other endings, or did you decide to ruin this man's day on the first go? So I got the ending that gives you the achievement you have beaten the game, which is follow all the directions.
Someone else's game.
I did,
Let's see. What do we have here?
all the wrong answers, which gives you the credit sequence.
This seems like it'll work.
I
Let's give it
did
a shot.
the ending where some lady finds your dead
Well,
body.
Is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough?
It's Minecraft.
Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Stupid
Well, I'll say
game
this.
deceived me
I'm done
again.
making
Oh
things
no.
for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Oh? Ah.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all
Man, I
off,
remember this game back in
yes,
Source.
it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself
This feels
comfortable.
so weird. I don't fit. Oh, I do fit, kind of.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it
I had
perfect?
to duck a
It
little
could
bit.
only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Do we though? Ah. I don't want to step off. I'm afraid. Well, no going back now. I can't jump. The grass blocks are a little too bright.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. This is weird. I don't like it.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Okay. Thank you for saving me from the spiders. I think this is my 4th ending?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Ooh,
What game is this? Is this Portal?
Let's go find out what the
Is this...
hell this is.
Whoa, I can pick things up. I can pick things up. Is that the credit song but sped up? Have you never played Portal? I have never played Portal. Correct. Maybe I should play that sometime too. I have never played Portal 1 or Portal 2.
Oh, it's a puzzle.
It's a
Critical
button.
thinking, Stanley. You're...
It's also the first room like you are now, but Octopath. I mean, yes, Octopath. Is Octopath on PC? Cause I don't have a
Right,
capture card.
you know what?
Oh.
I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of the...
Ah! Uh-oh. Oh! Oh? Hello? 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 Is anybody down? Hello? Ah, a light. Whoa. Hello? Is there game here? Is this what the game used to look like? I feel like this is the old version of the game. Cause when this game was being made, a friend of mine played, I think, the demo or beta version of... Oh, it's gone now.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Okay.
I can wait.
Okay, good, it's loading. I was afraid he was gonna just keep me there forever. Okay. It is on PC?
All of his co-workers...
Is Portal a long game?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, the screens aren't corrupted this time. No. Well, then I would probably do that first just because it's shorter. I do want to play Octopath at some point, but... Know your city. Huh. Okay. Boop. No, Portal is pretty short, maybe like 4 hours long. If you're good at puzzles? Oh. I'm good at puzzles. I don't know about that. This is different. This is different. You can't tell me it's not different.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I want to go outside. There shouldn't be windows here. So we jumped off the platform. We went down the stairs instead of up the stairs. We didn't go to the escape path, though, at the end of the good ending. If it can be considered the good ending.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Still
hoping
no
he might
Chris.
find an answer there.
Okay, so if we
Coming to
go
a staircase,
up the
Stanley walked
stairs
upstairs to his boss's office.
to the boss's office. Bossy.
Stepping in...
Haha! I beat the door. Now what? I can go back. Is everything open now? Hello? Can I go outside now? Oh? Hello? You are now leaving? Escape pod bay, floor 760. Oh? Is that why there were windows with really bright lights? Because it connects to this weird hallway? It is. Well, the elevator's broken, so gotta keep going up. Oh, this is spooky. Oh no, it's showing the same floor over and over again. I don't like that. 758. 759. Maybe? Okay, 760. Escape pod launch bay. Escape. Oh, it's dark. I've lost my way. Is there a light switch? Okay, well, I will go straight until I hit a wall. Oh? Hello? Huh? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. Ooh. Hold on. Can I grab a box? No. Can I grab a U? No. Can I grab a U? Can I get up here? No. Ah.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I want the window. Give me the window. Window. Oh. Mm. Dang. Hmm.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Trying to think. Do broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided, oh no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I'm patient. No. Did I ruin it? Did I have a chance? Did I ruin it? Okay, fine. Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Up. Did we do escape? No, we didn't do escape. We can do escape.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his
How good is my memory? 2845?
Soul anywhere.
Yeah.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
Oh, I forgot to check if the spring
that kind
pants
of
are on the
anxiety
markboard.
isn't
Ooh,
healthy,
yeah.
so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Can you fall down? Too late now, but... Let's do escape. Let's escape. Let's escape.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
You're not to be
The
trusted.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope. Blindly charging
At
forward.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
But if I do find them just for that glamour, I can't use blonde hair and early to rise. I mean, you can still wear the outfit. Hello? Boop. Okay. Sure. Oh?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Rude.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ah! Well...
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh? Hello? Ooh.
When every path path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Whoopsie. Look at all this. This is the final ending? Yeah, because there's like the credits on the wall and like all the like this is like the developer room type of a thing. Spring dress, skirt, shoes, and hat are on the market board, but not the pants. I assume Weaver can make it. If you can look at the item, or you could probably Google it, it'll say if it's a crafted item or not, usually. If it has a shop selling price, then it's from a vendor. Somewhere hidden. Ooh. Boss's office. Yay. Office clock. It's back here. Ooh. Employee lounge. Underground. Ooh. It's very quiet, but you can almost hear it. It's also the only one where you can break away from Stanley and the narrator. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, the freedom ending. Yeah. Countdown ending? Oh. Ooh. This desk taunts me. Countdown room. Yeah. I found buttons in there. Maybe there was another ending that uses them? Oh, that's bright. Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, no, that's fine looking. Well, let's go through here first. Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Huh. Zending levers. Okay. Okay. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the players restarted from the escape menu. Fortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Fair enough. Oh. Oh no. I crashed the game. Oh, so the secret to that, the secret to the vendor for the fashion thing, you have to get better scores. The more weeks you participate, the more items they will sell. Is it done? Can I hold on? I have to task manager to kill the game. Ah, a shame. Okay. Reset is, it stops accepting applicants on Tuesdays and starts on Fridays. See, oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Here we go. Load game. This one. Whew. Okay.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay. So we went that way. Let's go this way. Maintenance room. The office. Greenlight. September 2012, we submitted Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to win. Oh, no, that's where I came from. This way. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Ah, it's just emails from random people. Appreciate the previous Stanley game as a work of art and standalone title. I appreciate the credit given to art. The lounge. Apartment timer. Previous version of the choice leading the apartment timer gives you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone will lead to a different ending. Cargo lift. Second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. Yeah. Oh, you can die trying that? Okay. Yike. Maintenance layout. Okay. Okay. Meeting room. I love when devs put a dev room in. Yeah. Oh, okay, I've been here before. That's the room I think that crashed. Oh, that would be why it crashed. Trailers. Okay, so the trailer is currently offline. That is why the room crashed. Gotcha. Ratchet and Clank is also a really cool one. Yeah. I think if this is showing all of the endings, I might have gotten most of them already. Stanley's office. Game design mockup. Yeah. The Octopath is also on PC on Steam. Yeah. And Rayman 3 had a few new neat dev things around the final level. Yeah, this game isn't super long. Yeah. I think the only ending I didn't get was the countdown ending.
Oh, look at these two.
And I think,
how they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I think if we do the wrong thing, go down the door on the left leading back towards the right path, there might be another path there. But I don't know.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
Okay. I let time choose. Hello? Okay.
All of his co-workers
I have a
were
mission.
gone. What could it mean?
I went
Stanley
outside.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
I
had
went
simply missed a
outside.
memo. No
I
matter
should
how
be able
hard
to get
Stanley looked, he
outside.
couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I want to go outside. I'm going to find a way outside. I want it so badly. Oh, and the broom closet ending and clicking on door 430 over there, I didn't do. Boop. Oh. Okay. So I guess the only thing left is to go all the way down the good ending, but turn the mind control
When
on?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
I
entered
think.
the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
That might be the
disbelief,
countdown
Stanley
ending?
decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute
I
to
waited
just
until
let
it was
the
on the
narrator
screen.
talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
How you doing, chat? You enjoying the music?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I know of one other ending, but I'm not
Stanley walked straight ahead
sure
through the large door that read Mind Control
how to
Facility.
get it. It's the only ending I've ever seen, and it might not be in the final version of the game, but it was in the beta version. Then again, my
lights
memory
rose
is
on an
very hazy
enormous
because
room
this was
packed with
almost 10
television
years
screens.
ago.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in
This game
space
isn't super
where
long. Which one?
freedom meant
There's an ending where all I remember about it is, the narrator, like, tries to make things nice for you, and he's like, we can just stay here forever, look at the pretty colors, and you can leave, and there's like a staircase that you can walk up and then drop off of to lower your health repeatedly until you die. But that's all I remember of it. I don't know if it's in the final version of the
This
game.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been
Let me in.
manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
Employee
control?
pirate.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Now that I hear the buttons are making the right noise.
Without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
4.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Is there a 5 or a 6?
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Re-enter. Okay.
I turned off the machine. I set you
Oh,
free.
it's a passcode?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Oh.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
What's the passcode?
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
That was bright. Which one? Which what? Oh, the ending. Yes. Sorry. I really want to go outside.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I have to be able to get up
Perhaps he
here
had
for a
simply
reason,
missed a memo.
right?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of
This
his
has to
co-workers.
work for a reason, right? Oh! It's because I'm too tall.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
It's very bright. Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Is it gonna loop? Or is there more to this? Mr. Narrator? I think that was the end of it. If I was too impatient, oh well. I want to see what happens if I say no.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
There we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay. Hmm. Is there anything else? I can't really think of anything. I mean, we didn't do the bad
All
choices
of
and
his
then go back
co-workers
through
were
to the
gone.
good
What
one.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Maybe
Perhaps
I'll
he had
try
simply
that.
missed a memo.
Maybe I'll try
When
through to
Stanley
the
came to a set of
lounge
two open,
and
this was
then
not the
take
correct
the
way
left.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge.
That's the only
first,
other thing I
just to
can think
admire
of.
it.
Because something did
Yes,
mention the
truly a room
confusion
worth
ending.
admiring, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
Ooh.
and got back on track.
Okay. This is probably the final path. Whee! The adventure line yet? No.
But Stanley
What's the
didn't want to
adventure
go back to
line?
the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
What's an adventure line?
From here, it's, left.
Don't worry about it, okay? Ominous, but okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
But now I want to go that way.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Close your eyes. I was already there. It's not a spoiler
All of
for
his
me.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story. I'll say
Nightbot?
this is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you they're definitely...
Nightbot? No. Bad Nightbot. It's time for an adventure. Okay, well, Nightbot is being rather aggressive. Huh? Oh, but I was trying to fix something.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh no, there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything. Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Mr. Narrator.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Ow!
Oh, no. No, I don't feel
I
right
opened my
about this
desk.
at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Please don't crash. Ah,
All right,
I
I've
see.
got a solution.
Adventure
this time, to make sure
line.
we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, new path. New path.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I got stuck on the chair.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, Adventureline wasn't the best idea.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I don't like hallways like this. Non-Euclidean spaces bother me.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines.
Have you ever seen the game Superliminal?
Just don't acknowledge
I've
it.
seen it before. Back when it was similar to this game. I've seen the beta before, but not the full version. Then again, that was years ago. So, the full game's probably a lot different. Goodbye, Adventureline. I knew you well.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
I'm gonna
so
get
I know
motion
that
sick.
each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn
I'm gonna actually
means
get
that
motion
our
sick doing that.
destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
Take me
starting from
into
the
the
right,
light.
let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
Have I actually been
want to
playing the
forget what's
confusion
going on.
ending for
I don't want to be
17
trapped
minutes?
like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I have a mental breakdown like this at least once a month.
Does that mean
Are you okay?
do it? Did we break the cycle?
Are you
The,
okay, sir?
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm not quite sure if we're
Okay,
in
if
the
you're
destination
sure.
or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have a...
That was very loud and spooky.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is it just this again?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ah, the lift no longer works.
And so he detoured through the
does.
maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
It's probably just gonna do the same thing again.
Yet there was not a
Does the
single
game
person
actually
here either.
just progress
Feeling a
like
wave of
normal this
disbelief,
way?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Does the
Stanley
final
walked
sequence
upstairs
play
to
out
his
any
boss's office.
differently? If I choose wrong, then right?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh? Okay. It hasn't given me a loading zone there before.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I am very perplexed.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
The only
Had
other
he
thing I can
truly
think of
spent his
is
entire
jumping
life
off of the lift,
utterly
not onto the
blind to
railing,
world?
but to the floor.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
That's the good ending, right? I already did this.
blackness
Yes?
and a rising chill
Yes.
of...
Okay. Begin the game again. So we need to...
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley
How do I
just
get to
needed
the
to get to the
maintenance
meeting
elevator
room,
again?
and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
I know about the door achievement. Clicking on the door a whole bunch. For playing the game for like a full year straight. Yeah. Gotta remember to conserve electricity, folks. I know that clicking on the door was something, but How do I get to the
When
lift?
Stanley
This
came
way?
to a set of 2 open doors,
Right?
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Pretty sure it's
The
this.
lounge was sublime, a
This.
work of art.
Yeah,
But
straight
eager
ahead.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So
Stanley
what
was
if
so bad
I...
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What if I just... Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. That was the last thing I could think of. So... Yeah. I think that's it. Unachievable. What? How do I see my achievements? Let's see. Let's see. Chatting. There we go. I'm gonna. Oopsie.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
No. No, no, no. Quit too many. Achievements. Okay. There's door 430, there's achievement, there's commitment. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. It is Wednesday, so I can't do that one. Speedrun. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I got everything. That was a short one. But considering I've been streaming for like 3 to 4 hours most of the time, Go Outside was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, you just don't play the game for 5 years. But yeah, shorter stream today, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. Well, first of all, if it was mentioned earlier, but I do have a Discord server. Handy dandy Nightbot can pull up the link for me real quick. It is very much work in progress. I don't have much in there right now. And I'm not sure how a lot of the permissions and stuff work just yet. But hopefully the link works at least. I think I set it to not expire. If it expires, I'll replace it. But yeah, there is that. Let's see. Is there somebody we could raid right now? Oh. Okay, it's muted. Yes, we can. Okay. We're gonna go raid, Tiago. Yes, there is a Discord. If you would like to join, you can do so. But yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Oneko Tiago, cause they were nice and visited us a few days ago. So we're gonna go raid them, since today was short. I'm not sure. Oh, it seems like they're playing Okami. Haha, that'll be fun. Let's go watch. Good night and sweet dreams, everybody. Go say hi to Tiago.